For our 2013 Nobel Biocare Global Symposium. Very exciting event we got going on. I hope you had some opportunities to experience some of the sessions. Very unique, innovative program. Very representative of our company. We are following the patient journeys. Just a little recap of our announcements yesterday. I know a lot of you were at the press conference, but just in case you weren't. Major big boom in the news wire was the inauguration of FOR, our Foundation for Oral Rehabilitation. We gave out our first FOR Humanity Award to Bertrand Piccard, world-renowned explorer and humanitarian. You can read more about him at for.org. Also, we had the press release yesterday. If you need any more information about that, give me an email or a call. Also, Per Ingvar Bronemark was named the first honorary fellow of FOR. So yesterday was our foundation, education, humanitarian efforts. Today we're going to move into the products and solutions. So with that, I hand over to our CEO, Richard Laube. Richard.
Thank you, Jim. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see some faces that were here yesterday. It's a test. Do I change my message? Yesterday I spoke about the Nobel Biocare's motivation and why we have endowed the foundation and are sponsoring and supporting this effort. Today we'll be talking about another building block to our growth at Nobel Biocare, and it's going to be about innovation, the superior products we're developing, the solutions we're coming up with. I'm going to give you a little bit of context and then hand it over to our head of innovation, global products research and development, Hans Geiselhöringer. I just want to say before, Hans and I have been working together for now about 2 years, and the team that has been assembled at Nobel Biocare is, with Hans's leadership, the best in the industry. And I say this having worked at other strong companies like Procter & Gamble, Roche Pharmaceuticals, Nestle. I wouldn't trade any other team that I have worked with for the team that we're working with under Hans's leadership. And I believe in the future you will see some exciting things from Nobel Biocare. Why do we innovate? It's to increase the level of care for patients. It is all about the patients. It was about the patients when Professor P.I. Bronemark did his first cases with patients in 1965. It is about the patients today, and it will always be about the patients in the future. And anyone in this industry who loses sight about why we're here to serve patients and help our customers treat them better and more of them does lose sight of how to succeed in the industry. And so we are passionate about patients. We study patients. We work with our customers. We work with our customers as a team, but it is all about treating patients. If you have ever seen a patient that has been edentulous, missing teeth, and have talked to them after a surgery, an all-on-4 procedure, and they're able to speak again, smile, it is amazing the transformation. I have seen tears in patients' eyes. Eat properly again is the biggest, it's functionality. It's putting, it's allowing people to live a normal life. And if you have your teeth, you don't understand what it's like to be missing teeth. Even a single tooth is a trauma for some people. Smile. It's a natural thing. It's how we greet. And if you're conscious about your teeth, they're not working, or you're just not confident, it has a dramatic impact in your demeanor. Regain self-confidence is the lasting impact of our treatment. So we're very proud. We do great things for patients. and they last the life of the patient when we do that well. I'm going to go quickly through here. If you go down to the exhibit, and I hope you do go and look at that, because I think it gives you a visual understanding of how we're starting to pull our innovation together. We follow the patient journey. What is the patient's experience? And then what we call the clinical workflow. Much of that is becoming digital today. But at the end, you have to put a real tooth into the patient's mouth. There's no such thing as a hologram or a virtual tooth. It is a real thing that must be present. And this case, you see, hundreds of cases will be presented at this symposium about how some of our leading clinicians, how some of the best people in the world actually restore. And this case is interesting because it uses virtually all of our technology, captures the data. It was planned with Nobel clinician. Nobel guide is in place for accuracy. Alessandro Pozzi, who is the clinician who executed this case, Nobel guide, 2 implants, tilted 4 implants. It's an all-on-4 classic execution. The prosthetics are Nobel Procera, zirconia. It's a beautiful restoration. The patient is happy, and it's in 3 visuals a shot of what we can do for patients, going from resorbed jaws into a beautiful smile. And we do that increasingly. We are, by the way, just a fun fact, we estimate that about 150,000 of the roughly 200 million edentulous jaws have been restored with dental implants. That's a little drop in the ocean in terms of what the potential is for restoring an edentulous, a toothless jaw with implants. And we are by far the market leaders in this. And we have proprietary technologies and techniques, and we have been able to put together the workflow that is really exciting. So, we feel confident. I've talked many times about the 4 pillars of our strategy. It's innovation that we'll spend more time today. Partnering for life is the way we approach our customers commercially. We're forming a partnership, a teamwork, which is very different and unique. And learning for life, you had a good feel for that with the announcement and the endowment of the 4 Foundation yesterday. The symposium is all about providing our experience and the experience of leading clinicians for the participants here. It's hopefully a very exciting learning experience. And we do run a business. We are for profit. And we do want to do that as efficiently as possible, and we are constantly adjusting and changing and improving the organization. Hans will take you through all of the fantastic toys that we're producing, but we are deeply committed to innovation. In a period where the implant industry is in decline and people are pulling back, we are increasing our funding. In 2012, we increased our funding in innovation by 16%. I mentioned this yesterday. In 2013, we are increased in the first quarter by 17%, so you can argue accelerating. We're looking at our competitors, and they're pulling back. They're canceling conferences, delaying events. We go to shows, we see what's happening, and we haven't seen anything exciting. And there are a few players who are not in the implants specifically, but from our direct competitors, we're really starting to gain some distance, and we are deeply, deeply committed to innovation. We believe the innovation period is beginning. Some of our competitors believe that it is ending, and I think that's a very unfortunate point of view. So our job is to help our customers in a team treat more patients better, for patient satisfaction and for the quality of life for the patient. And with those words, I'd like to hand over to Hans Geisel-Höringer.
Thank you, Richard. Good morning. I hope you enjoyed the evening as much as I did. It was great to meet you again, and I want to thank you for being here and joining us for this important conference. Let me talk about innovation and our products. As you know, we're focusing on 3 areas. One area is new. I want to talk about Nobel Clinician, Nobel Guide, about our implant systems, and that is new, about our regenerative solutions, and I will come to this in a few minutes, and Nobel Procera and how we match and link this together. I think you all were with me when we announced the journey to enter into the digital workflow and to combine and to marry, so to say, Nobel Procera and Nobel Clinician, and to include our innovations in this. And I'm very proud that I can announce today that we have the first real integrated workflow. I will guide you through this workflow. I will go into the details in each and every step, and I will invite you after the press conference to join me and my team and the experts down at our booth at the workflow, where the workflow is presented, to go through with us through the steps, and we can show you in reality that we made it, we integrated it, and we can show you the great things we built together. We are focusing on clinically relevant and evidence-based and patient-focused innovations. We split our innovation themes in 9 areas. You know most of the areas. Maybe let me highlight new ones, which are biologics, the regenerative portfolio, which I will introduce to you a little bit later, ease of use and affordability. We believe that the ease of use and the easy handling for the clinician, but as well for the dental technician, is key for the future. Affordability with higher superior products and higher superior outcome is important and key, and one of the main drivers for our innovation programs. To link this together and to get this structured, we believe that a certain workflow is needed and a certain integration is needed, and I will demonstrate how we do this and how we plan to do this going forward. Having said this, lean back and look for 90 seconds at the workflow. Afterwards, I will go into each and every step. To get this workflow together, there is a huge team effort needed, and it takes some time, and that was the time we needed over the last years to pull this together. I want to thank the executive committee, my team members in the executive team and their teams, especially my team. We all put this together, and that is only possible with a coordinated and orchestrated team effort, and I will go into more details. I have with me today the 3 product experts, and they are the business unit heads. It's Frederick Strömberg for Nobel Procera, Pascal Kunz for our digital dentistry and guided surgery unit, and it's Michael Butcher for the implant systems. For specific questions, they're here to give you insightful answers. Putting this together, and these are the specific steps we outlined, we invested quite some resources, as Richard mentioned, to realize this workflow. And first time we can say we can start with the first digital image of the patient. We decide afterwards if we do digital planning, if we go into guided surgery. The treatment planning is not really needed in the beginning. We can decide afterwards, after the first initial assessment of the first initial CT scan, what we want to do. You can take an impression, and I will come to this. You can merge this with our new workflow, and you can do the diagnose, and you can plan the patient. What is new on that, and you will see this, we made this workflow extremely simple and unique. The matching tools we developed and the teams developed are outstanding and are unique. The hardware, the software, and the products and the tools we included in this workflow and we linked into the workflow are unique as well, and specifically the combinations. You can design the prosthetics, and we will come to this. We will launch a 2G scanner, the second generation of our scanner, and this scanner is completely built into the workflow. You can scan a model, and that is new and maybe very important to understand. After the initial scan, you can, whenever you deem appropriate and whenever it's needed for the patient, you can augment new data, either new digital data, or you can transfer physical models or workshops or mock-ups into digital data, and you can augment it with the previous initial CT. So you save time, you save money, and more important, you don't expose the patient unnecessarily to radiation. That is the fundament we built, and that is a principle for the whole workflow. In each and every step, we can link in new data. With the new 2G scanner, we achieved again our major goal. We have superior precision, which is needed for our superior products, specifically while we're focusing on implant-based restorations and multi-unit restorations for sure as well. We have a most automated system. We will demonstrate you the scanner. It's plug and play. We have a very, very easy to handle system. The learning curve is really flat. It's easy to train. Almost no manual interactions, and we exclude the human factor when it gets to how to position the model, how to scan the die. It's mainly done automated. It's amazing. And that is new and important. This scanner system is fully integrated in Nobel Clinician and the Nobel Guide workflow. So we can match the data easily whenever you deem appropriate. So when the patient history makes it necessary that you augment maybe 2 years later to the previous CT, a model scan, then you can do this, you can match this. And you will see new features and new tools. We can do this in an unbelievable precision. You can see the physical products later on. We have a new principle, which is not so new, but maybe new to conceptualize. In the beginning, we had the planning of the implant position according to the available bone and autonomy of the patient. Then we had the more prosthetic-driven approach over 3, 4, 5 years. Both is not ideal. What is ideal? To get the best for both directions. That's why bidirectional planning. The best in the bone, the best prosthetic position, and we merged this with the interface, and that was missing. And that is individualized prosthetics. So abutments, screw-retained bridges, overdenture bars, and that is what we, I would say, developed to an excellent extent, and I will give you some details later on. There is a new, extremely impressive function, and that is smart fusion, and we come to this. It's unbelievable how easy you can match the original CT and the model scan. It is just one click in the software and it's matched. It sounds very, very simple, but the underlying data and calculation and algorithm is unique. No one has this, and we will protect this very well, as many others, other of our innovations. As already mentioned, you can augment your previous and your original CT scan easily with a mock-up, with a workshop or with the model. That's why we developed the new scanner for a full model scan. The workshop, independent from each other, can be scanned and augmented to the CT whenever you want, even 5 years later. We developed new tools. As you know, guided surgery was always our stronghold, but not everyone want to do guided surgery. There are some cases and some indications where you can easily go for a freehand surgery. But there was another limitation to guided surgery, which was the tooling, the sleeves, the tooling, the drills. That was not applicable for narrow spaces, when you had not enough space to bring in the tooling. Our engineers did a great job and developed specific sleeves for pilot drills, which even match our 3.0 Nobel Active implant, the strongest small diameter implant in the world. So you can now go for guided or pilot drill surgery even in very, very narrow clinical spaces. We open up for completely new indications, and we open up for new customer preferences. Not everyone, as I already mentioned, want to go for a fully guided surgery. You have a very precise pilot drill, and then you go for freehand surgery, but with the right and safe indication. We developed a communication app which is fully integrated in the workflow, which is reflecting all the planning. It's a very easy to handle tool. In real time, you can share the planned case, the planning of the implant position of the implant procedure, the prosthesis, the planned prosthetics with the interdisciplinary team. That means it's easy to communicate with the referral, with the expert, with the dental technician, and we believe strongly that is the future. We invested significantly in our production capabilities, in our production centers. We invested in state-of-the-art milling units, but as well in 3D printing. We achieved with this outstanding fit of our templates, pilot drills, but as well fully guided templates. Our templates are ready to use. That is one of the credos we introduced a few years ago, but now we achieved this almost in all product areas I will demonstrate to you today. Implant surgery, the next important step. Here we have our new drilling unit, but it's by far more, is the Biocare Pro. Everything gets automated, registered, and documented. Implant length, position, and torque. It's as well an information tool you can, right after the surgery, inform via an email and PDF the referral doctor about the torque values, for example, which indicates if you can go for immediate load, immediate function or not. On top, and we saw this before with the communicator app, you can even go to more visibility and you can explain the whole case, including the torque values and including the documented procedure to your referrals, but as well to the patient. And that is important for us. We want to achieve as transparent planning and display of a procedure, not only for the team, for the interdisciplinary team, but as well for the patient. We believe if the patient, and you will agree, knows what will be done, what are the next steps and what is the outcome, you easily agree to a procedure when you know exactly what will come and what will it cost. Finally, cost is a determining factor for the patient as well. In the implant area, we see a clear trend towards highly innovative connections. We have a conical connection introduced with the Nobel Active implant that is superior. We see significant growth in the Nobel Active family. We introduced, based on these learnings, conical connection on our replace implants. Here as well, we see significant demand. And we saw and we learned that many customers, many clinicians, even competitive users, want to see on our implants a conical connection, but as well, for example, a partially machined collar, nicely beveled implant shoulder, and that's why we introduced a new replace implant with conical connection and partially machined collar. You can see the product for sure here in the booth and in the area, and my experts are more than happy to explain it in details and the features. One of the details is, for example, we have a fully colored interface, abutment connection. You see the difference. In the beginning we have color coding only on the shoulder. Now for more clinical visibility, the whole connection is color coded. These are all the details which make it easier, not only in the beginning, but we have to think about the patient journey Richard was referring to. The patient will come back to the clinician in 5 years, in 10 years. And then it's still important that you see the color, that you know what implant, what diameter was placed. And that will help in the future. So we are really designing for life. Our products hopefully last a lifetime long for the patient. That is our aspiration, and that is what my teams are doing the whole day, thinking about how can we get this easier, how can we get it superior, and how we get it in a workflow which helps the clinician to be more efficient. A new area we entered in is the regenerative solution portfolio. The first product we currently launching is our Creos Xeno project. That is a membrane with a definitely higher excellent handling property that is easier to use, easier to handle. It is easier to fixate, easier to suture, and maybe most important, it has an extended barrier function. It is the first product in a whole family, and you will see quite some interesting new products being launched in the next upcoming month and years. In regards to the prosthetic design, we are focusing mainly on implant-based restorations. Here we learned that our customers appreciate the design variations and the superior product features. And we believe that we have the broadest portfolio when it comes to implant-based restorations and the superior portfolio. And you can see the original products at our booth as well. They are not manipulated. That is what you get. That is the product out of the box. And that is, for me as an expert, impressive. Still impressive what our teams achieved, our development teams, but as well our operations teams, which have to produce this on a daily basis 1,000 times with this high quality. And that is what we did over the last 2 years. We strengthened all these capabilities as a team, and we strengthened the systems, and we made the system communicating with each other to achieve the superior quality. As Richard said, finally, a physical tooth is delivered to the patient, and these tooth should last for a lifetime long, and should be nice, should look good, as natural as possible. The production of our restorations is centralized, as you know. That is the only way to secure for high demanding restorations like metal restorations, multi-unit screw retained restorations, the consistent fit and precision. I think we have proven that we adhere in this portfolio segment to the highest standards. That's why, and I will come to this, we are opening up for different channels. We are opening up via design and service centers that even more customers can have our superior products. We see a high demand. Labs which have no Nobel Procera system still want to have, and increasingly want to have, our prosthetic solutions. So we open this. You can scan your model. You can send your model. We scan it. We design it. You approve the design, or you scan the case and you send the case, and we design it up to the customer. We want to give the customer as much flexibility and safety as possible. We created the workflow in a way that we have open interfaces, not only for data input, but as well for data output, and you can imagine what that means in the future. With this workflow and with its fundamental redesign of the underlying structure, CAM structure, production facilities and structure and logistics, I think we prepared for the next 5 to 10 years to add all innovations easily to this workflow. And then we have the superior products, and they're already mentioned. Over the last month, we extended our portfolio to competitive platforms. We offer Straumann, we offer 3i.